Empress Luciana is back in. Once again set for the Sunday opener, and they're off. Lucky Lindsay, the favorite, to the outside, shows first. Not a great beginning for the two. Roma Carpe, but Lucky Lindsay's in front between horses. That's the firster, Wings of Fire, who moves into second. Yes, Your Honor, on the outside in third, towards the rail. That's Empress Luciana in fourth. Excited Feeling, 2 lengths behind in fifth. We come back to Cemetery VIP, who is sixth. Then the trailer, after the slow beginning, is Roma Carpe. 23 seconds flat through the first quarter. And the favorite, Lucky Lindsay, is 2 lengths in front of Wings of Fire, about 3 lengths back to Empress Luciana, who's moved into third, past Yes, Your Honor. Excited Feeling rides the rails in fifth. Cemetery VIP and Roma Carpe trails Wings of Fire to the neck of Lucky Lindsay. In fact, Louis Cardenas took a peek back on Wings of Fire, but Lucky Lindsay scoots away through a 47 3/2, and Lucky Lindsay takes him past the 3/16 pole, a length and a half to 2 lengths in front. Wings of Fire trying to run her down in second. Empress Luciana off the rail in third. They're coming down to the 16th pole. Lucky Lindsay trying to hold off Wings of Fire, who won't go away and goes past the favorite. Wings of Fire wins on first, asking by a length and 3/4 over Lucky Lindsay. Empress Luciana checks in third. The final time for the 6 furlongs was 1:14 flat. Number 4, Wings of Fire was first. The 8, Lucky Lindsay, finished second. The 3, Empress Luciana, finished third. And the 7, Cemetery VIP, was fourth. They're in the gate. And they're off. Jake Rocks shows first. There goes Rejected again from the inside to take the lead. Rejected again in front a length. Mr. Bobby and Jake Rocks in second and third. Now moving up in between horses, the Great Dansky's moved into second. A gap of 2 behind Jake Rocks. That's Loverboy Lou, who's at the rail. Between horses, Dubai Bobby. Beaver Creek's on the outside, and it's about a half a dozen lengths back to Super Wicked Charm, who trails first quarter in 22 3. They're midway on the far turn, and it's Rejected again. He's 2 lengths to the good of Mr. Bobby. The Great Dansky comes under a ride in third. Loverboy Lou's up the inside. Jake Rocks far outside as the field turns into the stretch through a half in 45 4. Rejected again, trying to take him the whole way. Mr. Bobby's been trying to reel him in for the first half mile, but Rejected again begins to edge away from Mr. Bobby past the 8th pole. Rejected again. Here comes Jake Rocks, going to try and grab a piece. Rejected again past the 16th pole. He's 3 lengths in front. Here comes Jake Rocks into second. Rejected again. Flag fall to That's All. Jake Rocks was second. Final time for the 6.5 furlongs was 1:18 flat. Number 1, Rejected Again, was first. The 6, Jake Rocks, finished second. It's a photo for third. They're in the gate. And they're off. Singular Sensation hustled out of there by Manny Franco to take the lead. Firenze Freedom inside of her. Now Mrs. Orb moves up to Singular Sensations outside. The trailer, just about 2.5 lengths, covers the bunch, is Lucky Move. Singular Sensation is on a length lead over Mrs. Orb. Lucky Move is moved up past Firenze Freedom as the quartet make their way around the clubhouse turn through an opening quarter. It's Singular Sensation, a length to the good of Mrs. Orb. Dylan Davis has the defending champ right off the speed. Firenze Freedom moves up under Jose Lascano. Kendrick Carmouche and Lucky Move trail a still compact field, maybe 3 lengths from front to back as the field makes their way up the Aqueduct backstretch. It's still Singular Sensation. Mrs. Orb a length behind. Firenze Freedom 3 wide, 2 lengths from the lead. Lucky Move still content to trail as the field makes their way to the far turn. Singular Sensation. Manny Franco asking her for a bit more now. He took a peek back. He sees Mrs. Orb right there. Dylan Davis took a peek back, and he sees Firenze Freedom swing into action on the outside now. Lucky Move getting moved off the rail. Now Kendrick decides to stay where he is. Midway on the far turn, Singular Sensation. Mrs. Orb, Firenze Freedom, 3 across. Lucky Move needs a place to go. Kendrick and Lucky Move just found it. Singular Sensation and Mrs. Orb hook up. Lucky Move trying them. Firenze Freedom far outside. All 4 and with a chance. It's still Singular Sensation. Mrs. Orb, Lucky Move. Mrs. Orb grabs the lead. Lucky Move trying to get her. Mrs. Orb, Lucky Move. Lucky Move going to turn the tables in this year's Bay Ridge. She got Mrs. Orb in the last 3 jumps. The final time, 156 and 2. Number 1, Lucky Move, was first. The 6, Mrs. Orb, finished second. The 5, Singular Sensation, finished third. And the 2, Firenze Freedom, finished fourth. They're in the gate. And they're off. Rock Sugar, the first to show. Dazzle Time from the outside, hustled to the lead by Jorge Vargas, and he clears and grabs the lead. A length from Rock Sugar to the outside. The Reds, a little pumped up today is the Reds outside in third. Risk taking at the inside is fourth. Unbridled Honor settles into fifth. We come back to Lochinvar, and the trailer is Hardison. Opening quarter went in 24 and 2. They're led by Dazzle Time, who's about a half length in front of Rock Sugar. A length and a half back to the Reds, who is in third. Risk taking in fourth. Gap of about 4 lengths back. Unbridled Honor still in fifth. Unhurried in fifth is Unbridled Honor. 4 lengths back to Lochinvar. The trailer is still Hardison. A 49 and 3 half mile. The pressure ratchets up on Dazzle Time as Rock Sugar grabs the lead away. The Reds follows Rock Sugar, risk-taking moves between horses. Unbridled Honor beginning to rev up now. He's about 5 lengths from the lead. Lochinvar's under a ride. Hardison still trails. They're midway on the turn. Rock Sugar, the Reds, just put his head in front of Rock Sugar, who battled right back. Risk-taking in the offing in third. Unbridled Honor gotta go from there. 3/4 in 1:14 and 4. They're into the stretch, and the Reds put his head in front of Rock Sugar, who battles back. Risk-taking 3 wide, and Risk-taking's coming with a big rally. He's got to the neck of Rock Sugar, and he's passed. Risk-taking grabs the lead right there outside the 16th pole, and he begins to edge away from Rock Sugar. It's Risk-taking here in the 4th. He beat Rock Sugar. The Reds was third, a long way back to Unbridled Honor, who rounds out the super. Final time for the 9 furlongs was 1:53 flat. Number 2, Risk-taking, was first. The 7, Rock Sugar, finished second. The 5, The Reds, was third. And the 6, Unbridled Honor, finished fourth. They're in the gate. And they're off. Not the best of beginnings for Evans Nice Now. Grudge shows first. Hustled along the inside is Appletini, trying to grab a piece of the lead between horses. That's Flash Packin' Barbie. So Grudge and Flash Packin' Barbie duke it out as the field makes their way to the far turn. She's a Black Belt, moves up into third. Appletini along the inside in fourth through a quick first quarter of 22 and 2. Then we come back to look both ways. Who's moving up? Gray Hayes is there, far outside. Evans Nice Now. The trailer is Wicked Title, midway on the far turn. Grudge, she's a Black Belt, sidles up alongside. Look both ways. A 3 wide bid as the field passes the quarter pole through a 1/2 and 47 flat. Grudge has put away. She's a Black Belt. Needs to hold off. Look both ways. Who's coming with a wide move here? They're into the stretch. Look both ways. Has put her head in front. Battling back between is She's a Black Belt. Grudge is at the rail. 16th pole. Look both ways. Begins to edge away from She's a Black Belt. And look both ways, going to give Kendrick Carmouche his third win on the card. She's a Black Belt was second. Grudge finished third. Final time for the 6 furlongs was 1:13 and 1. Number 8, Look Both Ways, finished first. The 4, She's a Black Belt, was second. The 10, Grudge, finished third. And the 7, Wicked Title, finished fourth. They're in the gate. And they're off. All broke well. Awesome Alana from the outside is on the lead. Gentle Annie is there at the rail. Now between horses, Cartwheel assumes the lead. It's Cartwheel by a length. Awesome Alana is in second. Gentle Annie back to third. Well and Josie on the bit today. She's outside, and fourth between horses is JC Shooting Star. Peaches and Spice is back in sixth, and even further back, that's Dragoness, who trails 23-2 through the opening quarter, and Cartwheel is on a 2-length lead. Waylon Josie and Awesome Alana back in second and third. JC Shooting Star is in fourth and comes under a Manny Franco ride. Peaches and Spices moved into fifth, past Gentle Annie, still a long way back to Dragoness, a 47-second flat half mile as Cartwheel. Waylon Josie moves up along her outside as the field turns for home, but Cartwheel gets away from Waylon Josie. Awesome Alana's got to do more in third. JC Shooting Star outside in fourth. The field's coming down to the eighth pole. Cartwheel's been there from the start. Got to hold off Waylon Josie up the inside. Awesome Alana, but they're in deep stretch, and Cartwheel is close to home, and she has a 4-length lead. Awesome Alana moves into second over Waylon Josie. It was all Cartwheel. She took the sixth. The final time for the 7 furlongs was 1:25.3. Number 3, Cartwheel was first. The 8, Awesome Alana finished second. The 6, Waylon Josie finished third. And the 5, JC Shooting Star finished fourth. And they're off. The great Chief Know-It-All between horses, outside Hawaiian Noises, down towards the inside, that's Grit and Glory, and between horses, Brush Country, 4 or 5 of them battling for the lead, and Brush Country seizes it as the field comes out of the chute and onto the oval. Flowers for Lisa moves up now into second. Grit and Glory along the inside. High Command outside. The gray again. Chief Know-It-All between 23-2 for a contentious opening quarter. Losing the rider there, the number 7, Hot Diggity. Manny Franco lost the rider, did the number 7, Hot Diggity. Manny Franco off the number 7, Hot Diggity, as the field makes their way to the far turn. Grit and Glory has assumed the lead from Flowers for Lisa. High Command, 3 of them through a half of 47 seconds flat. That loose horse is outside. The top trio, Chief Know-It-All, has moved into fourth. Brush Country begins to fade from the scene. Runabout is moving into contention on the far outside. Then we come back to Beach Access, Outrageous Bet, and Hawaiian Noises. The field about to pass the quarter pole. It's Grit and Glory and Flowers for Lisa, 3/4 in 112 and 4. Chief Know-It-All, High Command between horses. Runabout down the center. 4 of them in with a chance coming down to the 8th pole. Grit and Glory's trying to hold off both Flowers for Lisa and Runabout, who's coming with a head of steam down the center. Grit and Glory almost home. Runabout's trying to run him down. Grit and Glory, Runabout, Grit and Glory, Runabout. These two, oh, it got dead tight. Runabout may have put his nose down on the line over Grit and Glory. Photo finish to decide the 7th. Final time was 1:39 and 4. Photo finish and an inquiry into the incident at the 7/8 pole. Inquiry into the incident at the 7/8 pole. Still unofficial, pending the inquiry and the photo finish. Results of the photo show the number 6 Runabout finished first. The 4 Grit and Glory was second. The 9 Flowers for Lisa finished third. And the number 1 Beach Access was fourth. They're in the gate. And they're off. Jen Emily. There goes Foxtail. And from the inside, Persisto. Those 3 away first. And Jen Emily, most aggressive out of there, grabs the lead away from Persisto. Foxtail off the pace today. She's a couple of lengths back in third, followed by Ujai. Then Indy Union. It's a long way back, about 5 lengths to Daphne Moon, who trails out of the chute and onto the oval through an opening quarter of 23 and 1. It's Jen Emily and Persisto. They're 1-2. Foxtail a length and a half off of them in third. Ujai from her rail draw is outside now in fourth. Come 2 lengths back to Indy Union, who is in fifth, and the trailer is still Daphne Moon. 46 and 4 for the half, and they're on the turn. It's Jen Emily and Persisto. Foxtail is in third. Ujai swings into action 4 wide with a big move under Kendra Carmouche, who's looking for number 4. Foxtail's under a ride in fourth. Daphne Moon's trying to make up some ground. The trailer now is Indy Union. They're coming past the quarter pole, and Ujai, she's under a hand ride from Kendra Carmouche, who now asks her to run. 112 and 1 for the 3/4. Ujai trying to put away Jen Emily, who battles back under Joel Rosario at the rail. It's down to these 2. They're in deep stretch, and Ujai begins to edge away from Jen Emily. Ujai and Jen Emily, they're a half a dozen in front of the rest. Ujai by 2. Jen Emily was second. A photo for third between Foxtail and Daphne Moon. Final time for the mile, 138 and 3. Number 1, Ujai was first. The 6, Jen Emily, finished second. It's a photo for third. Number 5, Daphne Moon, finished third, and the 4, Foxtail, was fourth. We're waiting on Sarah Rini and Left Leaning Lucy. Field of 13 are in the gate. And they're off in the finale. Left Leaning Lucy. Her gray head shows first. There's Sarah Rini on the outside. In second, now rushing up along the inside is Cruising Strong. These three a length in front of Dazzling Speed, who is in fourth. Nikki Scissors between horses is fifth. La Negrita, just 2 lengths from the leader, is in sixth. Then we come back to Lasagna, who is in seventh, as the field makes their way to the far turn, an opening quarter of 22 and 4. Cruising Strong, Sarah Rini. Outside, La Negrita's moving up. Outside of horses, Left Leaning Lucy's there. Nikki Scissors in and amongst rivals. Dazzling Speed. We come back to Lasagna, who's under a ride. Mia Be a Star at the rail is Trip Road. We come back to Dare to Try between horses. Gringotts, Touch of Nirvana trails. They're into the stretch. And La Negrita has stormed to the lead under Joel Rosario. La Negrita and Left Leaning Lucy. They're 1-2 coming to the 16th pole. It's all La Negrita today. She's in the middle of the track, and she is drawing away. Nikki Scissors trying to get into second. La Negrita by 6. It got close between Nikki Scissors and Mia Be a Star for the place. Final time for the 6 furlongs was 1:12 and 3. Number 14, La Negrita, was first. It's a photo for second. Returning to the winner's circle. Place photo, by the way, shows the number 11, Nikki Scissors, was second. The 8, Mia Be a Star, was third. And the 16, Left Leaning Lucy, finished fourth. 14, 11, 8, 16 in the finale. Now returning to the winner's circle is the number 14, La Negrita. La Negrita is a 3-year-old daughter of Fed Biz out of the Friends Lake mare, Aqualane Shores. La Negrita is owned by Elizabeth Loftus, Libby Imperio, and Rudy Rodriguez. Trained by Rudy Rodriguez. Her rider, Joel Rosario. And it's official. Dollar exacta $14.11, $25.25. Dollar double $1.14, $22.40. 50-cent trifecta $14.11.8, $55.50. 10-cent superfecta $14.11.816, $41.45. Dollar pick 3 $6.114, $154.75. 50-cent pick 4 $3.6.114, $359.25. 50-cent late pick 5 $8.36.114, $6,040 even. Empire 6 was hit. 20-cent Empire 6 returned $13,666.70. And there is an Empire 6 jackpot carryover into Thursday's card of $105,470.